They call it the donut effect. COVID-19's hollowing out the heart of American cities. Downtown economies are still struggling to recover, and now is the time to redefine what downtown means. Time and again, Chicago has proven that culture is the driving force behind civic reinvention. Architecture fueled our rebirth after the Great Fire. Sports electrified Chicagoans and placed the city in the national spotlight. The theater district became a magnet for large-scale entertainment and tourism. Millennium Park drew millions to the lakefront, boosting businesses and attractions alike. Today, Chicago's culture continues to reflect our diversity and collaborative spirit. Look around. From Oak Street Beach through the South Loop, Chicago boasts 250 cultural assets, 120 works of public art, 11 performing arts venues, 13 museums and galleries, the nation's most significant historic architecture, an array of sports stadiums, and hundreds of restaurants. Together, they attract 28 million visitors to downtown Chicago each year, generating an annual economic impact exceeding $2 billion. But many Chicagoans feel that downtown does not belong to them. And many others around the world remain unaware of all the things we have to offer. It's time to change that, to invite Chicagoans and world travelers alike to embrace this magnificent city. It's time to celebrate the incredible talent in our own backyard by elevating our artists and the organizations that bring their visions to life. It's time to create something new for future generations. It's time to transform the perception of Chicago from old guard to vanguard. It's time for Chicago to create a cultural stadium. Some hear stadium and think building. Rather, the cultural stadium is a movement centered on culture, anchored by community, and enriched by the creative energy that defines us. Some hear stadium and think arena. Instead, the cultural stadium is a beacon that shines a spotlight on Chicago's trend-setting, scene-stealing creativity. Some hear stadium and think infrastructure. In truth, the cultural stadium embodies Chicago's yes and collaborative spirit, which is our creative foundation for growth and innovation. With cultural visionaries leading the charge and bold thinkers fueling momentum, through this cultural stadium initiative, Chicago will become a 24/7 central city with culture as our North Star. How will we do it? By thinking differently, innovatively, boldly. Chicago has never made small plans, and this is no time to start. Across the globe, cities that prioritize quality of life thrive on culture. Coupled with economic power, these cities attract and retain residents, tourists, businesses, and investments. The cultural stadium is our uniquely Chicago approach to this vision. Where others see abandoned alleys and blank walls, we see the first floor of the public realm. Where others see bridges and roads, we see celebrations of light and pride. Where others see buildings as barriers, we see them as invitations to gather and create. To lay the groundwork, our first phase will launch 3 key initiatives. The Cultural Umbrella will provide families with children aged 3 to 13 free access to Chicago's cultural resources on an unprecedented scale. A new artist residency program will activate underutilized spaces for year-long, rent-free studios for artists, supporting the creation of new work and public art, retaining and elevating our creative community, and establishing a talent pipeline between educational institutions and the arts sector. And the Trove Project will transform unused and overlooked spaces into showcases of museum-held artwork, unlocking access to the 90% of collections currently unseen by the public. And that's just the beginning. All told, the Cultural Stadium envisions a true metamorphosis of downtown Chicago. It will enrich our neighborhoods, redefine our city's cultural landscape, and cement Chicago as a world-class creative capital. Because culture is not only what makes Chicago unique, Culture is what makes Chicago, Chicago.